First question over here on one on the right side. On your right.
Hello. What was your welcome to the NBA moment?
My welcome to the NBA moment, I think, was my first game. We played in Detroit, first regular season game in Detroit, and I had a fast break and dunked over the top of a guy, and it was kind of a surreal moment. And I didn't really realize what I had did in the moment, but then after the game, like I just saw the clip and realized like really what I did, and it was crazy. So.
Any other questions? Tim, on the back right. 3.
Hey, Paul.
Tim.
Not to fast forward past this weekend, I'm sorry, but you guys, you know where you are in the standings, and you know how crazy the last 27, whatever it is, games are going to be. How vital is this break to get everybody's minds right, and how fun, compared to last year, how much fun do you think this will be, knowing that literally every single game you play the rest of the way is going to have some sort of playoff implication to it?
Yeah, no, it's exciting. Like you said, just having all these games after the break really means something. Every game, in and out, we gotta be ready to go. Because we're trying to make this final push, and the break, just everyone getting a chance to take a breath and get whatever it is they need, whether it's rest, time with their friends and family. It's a great time to just take that time. So I look forward to getting back and making that push at the end.
Next question on the right side in the front row on 1.
Paolo, when you've gone up against other All-Stars throughout the season, have they talked to you at all? And if so, what kind of messaging and what kind of support have they given you as far as confidence going forward?
Yeah, I think, some guys, for sure have just said, little gems to me throughout the season. Told me I'm playing well and, they love what I'm doing, stuff like that. And then once I did make the All-Star, guys definitely, went out their way to tell me congratulations, which is dope, because, not even really knowing the guys, just them coming up and saying congrats, it's just a brotherhood in the NBA. And so I appreciate it.
On your left here in the second row.
P, what's up, man? Congrats on all the accomplishments. I feel like you're a part of the group of, we call it KD school, because you, Chet, everybody's starting to hoop that's been, working out with him during the summer. What are some things that you can talk about in terms of his workout, learning the pivots, the spins, everything that you've learned, over the summer? Like, what can you say about that?
Yeah, no, he working out him just showed me kind of, how to be even more efficient as a scorer. Like you said, a lot of pivots, a lot of, movement without dribbling. When you catch, getting your defender off balance, being able to just simplify the game, get to your spots. That was really just one of the major takeaways that I had from working out with him. It wasn't seven, 8 dribbles. There was never any of that. It was all simple, 3, maybe 4 dribble combos, pump fakes, pivots, turnarounds, just all stuff to, be able to rise over the top and make the game a lot more simpler.
Right here in the front row.
Thank you. Tony Sid from Mexico, Nación Ráfaga. Can you share with us your last experience in Mexico City? Mexico has a huge fan base, and each year just sold out all the games in Mexico. Can you share with us your experience over there?
Yeah, it was great. We got to go there early in the year. The fanfare was crazy. I didn't know what to expect, but it was sold out game. The media at practice was crazy, so you could just tell how excited they were for us to be there playing. And as far as the game was super fun, super energetic. The crowd was into it. Every play that was made, they were reacting. So it was a really fun game to be a part of.
Third row on your right.
Tom Orsborn, San Antonio Express News. You've faced Victor enough to kind of get a read on him. I'm not referring to what he does on the court in terms of defense, offense, but just his personality. What's your read on what his demeanor's like and just how he carries himself?
Well, I don't really know him too well, but he seems like a pretty smart guy who understands who he is. He's the number 1 pick, so they're counting on him to turn around, the franchise. And I think he understands that. I think he understands the pressure that comes with it. And I think he's handling it well. I think he's playing well. So, yeah.
Second row on your right.
Hi there. What current Duke player do you think will be in Rising Stars next year?
On the team right now, that's a good question. I like some of the guys they got this year. Some guys been playing well. I think Jared McCain's been playing pretty well. I think Kyle Filipowski has a chance. He's been playing well. But yeah, I mean, depends on who comes out the draft. But I'm always watching them, cheering them on. But I like some of their players for sure. Shout out my guy Jeremy Roach too.
Any other questions? Take last two here and on the back right.
P, wanted to ask you, first 5 games, weren't the best at the start, but November 2nd, you started to 30 points that game. After that, you have not looked back. Talk about, how the start of the season went. For me, one thing that I noticed is you weren't getting to that between the legs cross. When you get to that, a lot of dangerous stuff happens, bro. So just talk about that, learning from them 5 games and then what you did after to, get on that stretch and now become an all-star too.
Yeah, no. So coming into this season, I had just played in the World Cup, and when we got done, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks until training camp, and so usually that's like when you get built up and ramped up to get into training camp. And me, it was the opposite. Like I didn't touch a ball after that for 2 weeks. So then I came into training camp just body like I'd been sitting down, not really into it. So I had to kind of ramp up through the training camp, through the preseason, and that takes, that can take from 2 weeks to maybe a month. And then so to start the year, I was kind of out of rhythm, and I was kind of playing, like I was kind of having trouble fitting back in, I think, to, our team after playing so long with the guys. So, and I think I also just, the role I was playing on USA kind of, I wouldn't say it clouded, how I played the first 4 games, but it just kind of, I had to get back to who I really was, what I'm saying, having the ball in my hands, being that guy. So, like you said, I think it was first 4 games. I know it was that West Coast trip where, I wasn't playing well, really wasn't even shooting the ball. I was kind of just out there floating. And so that Utah game was when I kind of, had to snap out of it. I remember I went to dinner the night before with 2 of my coaches, had a good talk with them and just wanted to come out with a clear head. And after that game, I knew it was over. I just didn't want to look back. But like you said, I had to start getting to that tween cross, had to start getting back in my bag for sure.
Do you feel like with your size, do you feel like a lot of people try and put you in that 4 to 5 when, you have the ability to play 1 through 5 instead of just always being a 4 and 5 man because of your size?
Yeah, I think I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a point guard, but I definitely think, I can definitely handle the ball, initiate a lot of things, create plays. I think I'm, just growing a lot as a playmaker, being able to set up my teammates. And, that's just something that I take pride in, being able to play, whatever position that's needed. Obviously, I know how, my size is an advantage, so I don't want to get too much into, like, staying on the perimeter. I want to be able to mix it up and always keep the defense off balance. So, that's something that, I think me, my coaches, we always try and balance and work on is how much I'm handling, how much I'm, inside, and just trying to find that perfect balance.
Last question, Tim, on the right.
That segues weirdly into exactly what I was going to ask you. Like, I guess you're a 4, but you do everything. Wemby always, is he a 4 or a 5? We ask all the time, is Bam a 4 or a 5? Like, are positions dead? I mean, are they just pretty much? I mean, great players can play and defend all 5 positions, or at least 4 of them. Do you think the position thing is just it's over?
I wouldn't say it's over, but I think it's just changing. I think it's more of it really just varies. It varies from team to team, system to system. How guys fit, what the team is running, how they use a certain player. I think with Victor, I think I saw like the difference in his stats from playing power forward and center. So like when you're out on the perimeter, like I said, with my size, I don't want to be on the perimeter too much because then you can become, inefficient or taking, bad shots. So you want to stay kind of around the rim, but also you want to be able to use your versatility to keep the defense off balance and make plays from the perimeter. So just finding that for me has been a challenge just coming into the league. Because I think when I first came in, I just wanted the ball and wanted to like dribble around and see what I could do. So now in year 2, I've been a lot more intentional with how I get to my spots and, how I'm being used and, where I'm trying to get to on the floor. Even if I do have it as a handler, I'm still trying to get to this spot on the floor. So that's been a big learning, curve for me.
Thank you.